The Lego Batman movie is directed by Chris McKay and it stars me, Batman.
Wow, that got old fast. The Lego Batman movie is directed by Chris McKay, written by Chris McKenna, Seth Grahame-Smith, Jared Stern, John Whittington, and Eric Summers. It stars Will Arnett as Lego Batman, Michael Cera, Rosario Dawson, Ralph Fiennes, and Zach Galifianakis. And this takes place in the Lego universe, and we follow Lego Batman as he deals with the trauma of not having a family while having this kind of weird relationship with Joker, in which Joker wants him to admit that he is Batman's greatest foe, and Batman doesn't really want to have a relationship of any kind, be it with family or be it a relationship where he admits that one guy is his enemy, that he needs that guy to fight and that he hates him. I really enjoyed the original Lego movie. It wasn't the greatest deal of all time, it's not spectacular as everyone says to me. I really enjoy it, it's really funny, but that's it. I am the biggest Batman fan ever. I love Batman, and I hate whenever someone or something wrong happens with Batman. And honestly, I wasn't excited for this movie. I didn't laugh a lot in the trailers, but I wanted to see this, and I needed to see this not only because it is Batman, but also because this week we had Rings and 50 Shades Darker. I had a crack with this movie. The script for this movie is extremely clever and intelligent. It is smart, it is riveting, it is dynamic, it pokes fun at the characters, but it also embraces a lot of aspects of the character. This script knows exactly who Batman is, it knows exactly how fans perceive Batman, and it knows exactly what the perception of Batman as a character is in pop culture, in comics, video games, in movies, in TV, and it pokes fun at a lot of those aspects, but it also embraces them. It knows the story of Batman, it knows the mythos of Batman, and you get that visually and through key moments of the story and the storytelling of this film. Even when the script is poking fun at certain aspects of the character itself and of the character's history, it also knows when to stop and give a deeper analysis of what that meant for this character and his evolution in pop culture. Batman in this movie loves himself, and I think in this movie, Batman as some kind of fan playing himself. I could see myself, or any fan, if you are a fan of Batman, you can see yourself playing this version of Batman because he loves himself. He's the best at everything. He's the best of all time. When the logos come in this movie, the production company names, it is so good. This is probably some of the best logos and production companies in the beginning of this film that I have ever seen. It is meta comedy at its best. And then it has a nice little quote. It takes a jab at that quote and it makes it his own. Literally, not going to ruin it, but seriously, the beginning of this movie is comedy gold. I love how Batman perceives himself and the world around him, especially being in Legos. He is falling from a building and he's throwing pieces around, assembling a vehicle for him to get in and fight in against his enemies. And this really goes out to the screenwriters and the director, Chris McKay. He really understands and loves Batman, and you get that through every shot in this movie. It is so freaking gorgeous. The animation in this film is excellent. I love how the pieces and the characters move around. I love how the world is assembled visually. I love the backgrounds popping up in each and every single shot. The black, deep, strong colors, and also the bright ones popping up in vehicles and in characters moving around and in explosions going on in the back of the screen. It's really something spectacular. And that's something you expect, but they really make it pop up and really make it dynamic and riveting for you to enjoy as the movie goes on. As I said, the comedy is excellent as well. It knows Batman through and through. It knows the comics, it knows TV, it knows film, it knows the animated versions of films and TV. I love every single aspect of the character mythos that is explored in this, and it really shows that these people have some love for it. It knows how to make fun of the bad, it knows how to make fun of the good, it knows how to embrace some aspects of the bad that were good, and it knows how to embrace some aspects of the good that were bad. Despite despite having such a big roster of characters and of the mythos of the Batman, it can really leave you wanting because mostly they are on the background. This is a movie for Batman, Batman and Robin, Batman and Joker, maybe Batman and Alfred as well, but that's it. Don't get too excited over your favorite villain popping up because you will mostly be at the background. They all do something in this film, definitely. They all do something important, they all have a role, but mostly they are in the background just to be there. That's not a flaw, that's something I really enjoyed. I just don't want people to get in there and then think this is a flaw with the movie because it really isn't, because it doesn't really sell you that these characters will have an important role. It sells you on the fact that they are there and that these people writing the film and directing it, they know they exist and they embrace them, but that's just it. The comedy in this movie is so good that at some points it can kind of feel that it abruptly stops. This movie explores the comedy of Batman really well, it pokes fun at it really well, but it also deals with some real issues that family movies, good ones, do explore, and it does it really well too. But it then stops the comedy to a halt. There's a long stretch of the movie nearing the end of the second act that it really suddenly stops and it goes balls out action, which is awesome. But after such a strong beginning and middle of the film with comedy, joke, and good ones at that, it can kind of feel abrupt when it suddenly stops with the jokes. But these jokes don't stop when they stop telling these jokes and saying these gags out loud. The jokes and the gags are also in the visuals on the film. There are also some very strong visual gags. Each and every single shot of this movie, look out for them because there might be a joke in there with the way people perceive Batman in this film, with the way Batman perceives the people he helps, the people he doesn't like, the villains, the other heroes. Just stay tuned. The story can beat up on some narrative cliches that even with Batman on the screen moving around and in action can really bother you. And the finale of the film is kind of not very climatic. For instance, in the Lego movie, you had a big, gigantic, explosive finale, and then you had a reveal, which I'm not going to spoil in case you haven't seen the Lego movie. In this film, you have nothing of a sort. You have more comedy that really works, but not something that makes you look and think, boom, there's a freaking great finale. It's a good finale, it's fine, and then in comes a song of Batman rapping about himself, which is freaking awesome because Batman raps about himself, and I don't like rap. Great all-around work from the cast, great all-around work from the writers, and great characters feature. It pokes fun at pop culture, be it Batman or not, so if you like pop culture, and if you like poking fun at pop culture, you are going to like this movie. I have always loved Batman and I was not expecting much from this movie and I really did enjoy it and I love the animation and I can't wait to see it again because I myself love to poke fun at Batman when he needs to be poked fun at. And because of all those great moments and such a clever script and comedy gold and understanding the Batman mythos so much, I will say
the Lego Batman movie is definitely a collector's item.
What did you think of the Lego Batman movie, my beautiful geekies? Are you a fan of the Batman? Let me know what is your favorite movie from the Batman, be a cinematic release or just a DC animated movie. Let me know all of that in the comments below. And of course, stalk me on the internet because right now I am on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All those links are in the description. Don't forget to like this video and share with your beautiful friends. Tell them to click subscribe and the bell. Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful geekies. You guys are the freaking best. I love you all. Stay beautiful, stay geeky, and join the beautiful geeky community if you haven't, so we can be geeky united.